Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the final boss in Pokemon Go. That is going to be Zygarde Complete. Once you have achieved this Pokemon, you have basically beat Pokemon Go. Well, let's just put it that way. Literally one of the hardest things to get, as well as one of the best things to have for the Master League. Despite whatever IVs you do have, it is still going to be good. It's just a matter of, do you want to actually invest all of those XL rare candies to power this thing up? We're going to be putting Metagross regular 100% IV alongside it, as well as 100% Reshiram and level 50. Okay, I was going to say level 100. I keep thinking of the main series games. This team did pretty good. Now, if you're thinking, okay, you have two dragons, you're kind of weak to fairy, so what are you going to do in that situation there? Well, Zygarde is just such an absolute beast that you can just kind of absorb fairy moves as it is. Yes, Charm is going to absolutely melt it down, and taking hard-hitting fairy moves is going to also destroy it too. But it is a tank, and also Reshiram is going to be part fire, so you're not going to be taking super effective damage from fairy. Okay, you're still going to take a lot of damage, but not super effective. And this thing is an absolute beast. I'm happy I powered it up. Definitely worth the investment there. And it's ready to go for the fusions whenever we do get those, because you already know they've been found in the data. And we do have a legacy on it, which is going to be Fusion Flare. You're always going to want to run that period. If you have a nice one and you're powering it up, you're definitely going to want to use an Elite TM if it does not have that move. All right, and of course, Metagross is going to have its Community Day move, Meteor Mash here. Now let's get into a little bit of this fun. So we are going to be rolling into the Master Premiere tomorrow, which is going to be amazing. No fairy or no mythicals, no legendaries, no ultra beasts. Okay, so you're just looking at regular Pokemon. All right, so it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited for that. And we may just power up a couple of new Pokemon, even though I have been spending quite a bit of Stardust and not getting it back the way I should. All right, but let's get into this here, folks. If you do enjoy my content or just simply want to support me, hitting that like button does wonders for me. I'm telling you what. If you're thinking, my like doesn't really matter, I don't really need to add on to it. It does. Your one like matters a lot, and I do appreciate you. Alrighty, so let's get into this here. Taking a Draco Meteor to the forehead. Oh my goodness. Metagross just shrugged it off, no problem. Going for the Earthquake. Shieldless on their end. Bringing in that Metagross, and I'm going to double shield this. I do not care. I do not care, and that's just the way it's going to go. We will use both of our shields here. I'm not trying to flex both of them. They go for that Earthquake the second time. We're going to go ahead and go for that Fusion Flare and take the win with our Reshiram here. Looks like they close out the app, or sometimes it could lag at the very end, making it seem like they did, but it's just a broken ass game. All right, next battle. What are we going to see? Leading Zygarde the entire time, met with a Ho-Oh. This is a great lead for us here, and we are going to be going with Earthquake. We rocked with Outrage for a while on our Zygarde, which is going to be a decent move for it, as you're going to be getting stab, also getting stab from Earthquake, but Earthquake coverage is just going to be pretty nice, so we're just going to go ahead and roll with that here. And also, if you get locked up against a fairy, if it's not Togekiss, at least you're going to be able to do some neutral damage plus stab there, right? Okay, so this Ho-Oh, what is going to go for Brave Bird here? We survive it because we're just such a tank. They swap into their Dialga, and I foolishly bring in my Reshiram. Yes, I could have went with the Metagross, but for whatever reason, I bring in the damn Reshiram. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and shield up that not very effective Iron Head. Go for the Fusion Flare. They're going to be using their last shield here. I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, we do. Right in the nick of time. Perfect. Beautiful. Fan-freaking-tastic. We have no health, which is great. So they'll bring in their Ho-Oh, farm us up with one quick move. We'll bring in the Zygarde to make them use their energy. And then we'll bring in the Metagross to farm them down with Meteor Mash. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Hey, what you got in the back? You're not running from me. Yeah, there's nothing they can do here since we have a shield. If we didn't have a shield, yeah, one Shadow Ball is going to take us out at this point, right? Yeah, for sure. So we'll simply shield this up and take the win here. Let's get it. And good night, sleep tight. So I've been making a couple of videos about how they are removing routes in Pokemon Go, thus making it harder for you to get Zygarde cells. So that's why this thing is just that much more annoying to actually obtain. Now, if you're thinking, I got plenty of routes where I'm at. Yeah, well, some of you have it easy, okay? Some of you have it easy in the city or in a place where a lot of people play, and there's just an abundance of them constantly being cycled through. Routes are being made, deleted, being made again, being accepted again. There's always something juicy and exciting. Some of us out here don't have it like that, so it is a little bit more difficult. All right, you got to keep that in mind. This is why I always found it extremely annoying when people compared me stat-wise back in the day when Pokemon Go first came out, when I was making content and stuff, like, how come this person has way more XP? They're a way harder grinder than you. It's like, well, yeah, they've got 1,000 times more Pokestops and spawns. And they've got 20 times more Pokestops. Whatever the case may be. They have a lot more than me, so it's a little bit more difficult in some places. Anyways, we got way off topic there. Taking out that Metagross. Let's go, let's go. Togekiss is going to farm us down here. No problem. We're looking great with our Metagross in the back here. It's a wrap. Shielding up this flamethrower and getting to the Meteor Mash to take the win up against Togekiss. So this team is absolutely amazing. Now, you could go Zygarde and Solgaleo. That is also going to be a definite good combo for you too. I just want to go with the Metagross because it's actually powered up. My Solgaleo is not. All right, so we're met with the yveltal with Gust, actually. It's doing a pretty good amount of damage here. We're going to let this go. Hitting me with an Oblivion Wing, and it's really not doing too much because, again, Zygarde is just a beast. Regardless of your IVs, it's still going to be good. The worst you can have is a 10-10-10, and at that point, it's still going to be good, okay? I'm telling you. Yes, the performance is obviously not going to be as best it can be compared to something with better IVs, but it's still going to be putting in that work. All right, so we do have a Mewtwo out. It sucks for the people who do have a 10-10. I'm sorry if you do. That does suck. All right, Mewtwo is unfortunately using a shield. Well, unfortunately for them, good for me. And going for that Side Strike, bringing in the Metagross here. We'll shield up the next charge move. We don't want to get hit by no stinking Shadow Ball, but they're baiting me with a Side Strike. Not cool. All right, going to go ahead and go for the Meteor Mash to take them out unless they want to shield it up. I think they're going to let it go, and they bring in a Kyogre in the back. All right, this is fine. So the Reshiram is going to be part fire, but we're also part dragon, so we're still going to be able to hang in there without taking super, super effective damage or anything like that. And we are going to just let them take us out here. I think this is, okay, Origin Pulse, all right, using up all that energy. Now we just bring in our Reshiram here, and we're just going to Dragon Breath them down, simply shield this up, and we're good to go, as they're not going to be able to resist the Dragon Breath, and taking that win. Reshiram is really nice. I almost wanted to run Fire Fang, but Dragon Breath, the thing is what we're just going to stick with for now. All right, met with a Zacian. So if you're thinking, well, what do you do here? Well, let me show you, my friend. All right, so we're going to let that play rough go for the Earthquake here, which is going to be bringing them into the yellow, I do believe. Or they're going to shield it up, and we get a shield out of them. And they're going to be retreating with energy, bringing in a Shadow Lugia. So I make the mistake yet again and swap into my damn Reshiram, where I should be bringing in my Metagross. But we won the last one, so let's see what we have going on here. Letting that Sky Attack go, and they do have that Dragon Tail on their Shadow, so it is doing quite a bit of damage, and they're going to be able to farm me down here. Now, they are shieldless while we still have two. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Zygarde to go for the Crunch here, super effective. And a Sky Attack is not going to be enough. Not gonna be enough. And here we go. I swapped so we could start farming up because they would have been able to farm us down there, and it would have been kind of bad. So we're just gonna go ahead and take them out. 2 shields with the Metagross. Wow, what can we do here? Bring it in that Zacian. Okay, we'll just go ahead and take it out in one shot. What you got in the back, still holding on to 2 shields. And it's gonna be a dialga. All right, well, obviously we're gonna go for the Earthquake. This is going to one shot, and we're taking the win here with a bad lead. Yes, we had a fairy lead with our Zygarde, and we still took the win. That's right. Let's go. Next game, met with a Kyogre. This is a good matchup here. We don't mind this at all. Part ground, doesn't really matter. We're also dragon and the tankiest thing in the Master League. Well, aside from like Blissey and things, all right? But you don't see those because they're garbage. Alrighty, so they're going to be bringing in their Xerneas. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Metagross here. Take them out before they even throw anything. They are down a shield, down bad. All right, and oh my goodness, this is the avatar that made me crack up. Okay, so I believe they were not playing to the best of their ability here, which is fine. I almost wanted to not include this one, but I really couldn't stop laughing at that damn avatar. Again, I'm going to bring this up not one more time, but I'm just going to bring it up again. People are still getting mad at me for not mentioning the ugly avatars in every video. See, you can't do that. That's just, it's just not how it works, okay? Anyways, we're going to go ahead and farm them down here, and Reshiram, again, at the end, putting in the work. Seems like it's always putting in the work for me here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, Reshiram. And good, oh my goodness, that was so close, so damn close. And we're going to go ahead and obviously shield it up and take the win with the Reshiram. This could be a Reshiram video too. Might as well probably have something with it on the thumbnail. Who knows? Next game, Mewtwo. I love this. Love this matchup here with the last boss in Pokemon Go. So they're going to be swapping into their Primarina, which is not going to be taking super effective from Steel because of the water typing, but it's still taking a good amount. All right, so we're still going to be able to do that. Nice. We're going to let this go. No problem. Whatever. Disarming Voice sounds good. Winning that matchup. Bring. Oh my goodness, we have 2 fairies on the team and we have 2 dragons. Wait a minute. Hold up. Damn. This is a wrap. This is looking too good for me here. So we're going to go ahead and obviously throw this. They're going to shield it up. And I think we bring in the Zygarde here because there's nothing they can do with the charge moves. It's all not very effective. Well, I mean, Aura Sphere is okay. That's going to be neutral, but Flamethrower, no problem. We're going to go ahead and just take them out with a crunch here. This is actually going to be enough, I do believe. And back up against this Mewtwo here. So look at that. Nice. 2 fairies taken out with the Dragon team. Let's go. It does good. I'm telling you. When it comes down to Zygarde, do you actually want to power it up though? Like, we all know it's very good. Is it worth your actual XL rare candies, or should you invest it in something else? I'm gonna have to say if you're into Master League, okay? If you're into Master League, Go Battle League, that is the only reason why you would want this, okay? You can register it. That's cool, you know, it looks amazing, right? You don't even need to power it up, you can just get the cells. But worth powering up only if you're into Master League. That's it. All right, Mewtwo again. Love these Mewtwo leads with the Zygarde in the front here because of Crunch. Because we can just crush them up here like grapes, making wine. Let's go. And they're bringing in their Dialga. We're actually going to be able to get to the Earthquake because we farmed down that Mewtwo. And they're shielding it up using a shield. Okay. And they got a decent amount of farm there. We'll go ahead and bring in the Metagross, and they're going to be retreating with quite a bit of energy, bringing in their Kyogre. We're going to swap into this Reshiram, and we will be using a shield here because we want that matchup to be aligned with the Dialga yet again, and obviously not up against the Kyogre here. So it would be almost beneficial to use almost both shields on this thing here. We do have to remember that the Dialga does have a crapload of energy, so we'll let that one go just for good measure. And since Reshiram is such an awesome beast at level 50 that it survives that surf and takes them out. While we still have 2 shields left, they're getting to the charge move. More than likely it's a bait Iron Head, but I don't really care. We'll let it go, and it is just an Iron Head. And we'll go for that Earthquake to take the win here. And we're looking good. This team was really putting in the work for me. And as far as doing my battles today, I think I might skip it out. Look, see, I'm telling you, look at that fairy lead. Oh my goodness, Togekiss was so stunned with the good lead that it couldn't attack for a few seconds, so I swap into the dragon. This is what I do. So what do you do if you get a Togekiss lead? This. Alright, but back onto the topic of me not doing all my battles. Well, not even battling some days. It's so nice. I used to... take a look at this matchup here. We'll get back into the commentary in a second. But if you've listened to me for a while, you've heard me probably say this before, but I used to stay up until midnight to do my battles because I was in anticipation of doing them again. I love battling so much that I would stay up until midnight and do those battles because I couldn't get enough. And then I wanted more after that. It's come to the point where I just skip some days now. I can't even fathom that before. Just skipping days. That's insane. I've skipped probably a total of probably like 5 days now, and I couldn't be more happy, okay? I couldn't be more happy, right? Now, again, I do love doing my battles, and I'll probably do most of them when it comes down to the Master Premiere, but I have definitely been skipping them out. Yep, and it feels great. Next game, we have a Palkia, the regular Palkia. Now, we do not have to worry about this. It's an Aqua Tail, right? We'll just let this go, no problem at all. And we're just doing so much damage with our Dragon Tail right back while they're just barely tickling us, as well as hitting us with a charge move. Yes, we're in the yellow, but we're perfectly fine. So I think I do want to let this go here. And then we're just gonna, oh, we survive. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. There's your Zygarde. Absolute monster of a Pokemon. We take that win without using any shields. Bringing in Groudon and starting to farm up. Now, we do have 2 Pokemon weak to ground, so this could be a little bit of an issue here. Let's see what happens. Shielding up a Precipice Blades. That's good news. That's good news. We're going to go for Crunch so we can potentially lower their defense to do more damage with my Dragon Breath. Exactly. They're shielding it up, and now they're shieldless at this point. So we're just going to have to shield it. Yep, okay. Call in another Precipice Blade. Sounds great. Getting to the... forgot its name. Fusion Flare. There you go. Get into the Fusion Flare to take them out. They do have a Mewtwo in the back. This Scythe Strike should be enough to KO us unless we survive with like 1 HP. Okay, yeah, that's enough. And this is a wrap. We'll take the win here. Shadow Ball is going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's just simply not going to be enough. And we'll take them out with a Meteor Mash here, and we'll look pretty good. Metagross is such a solid Pokemon to have. Yeah, you need one for sure. If you're into any, if you're just playing Pokemon Go in general, make a Metagross if you don't have one. Start building one. Next game, we're met with a Kyogre, and they're going to be swapping after farming up a little bit of energy and bringing in their Dialga. We make the correct move in bringing in our Metagross this time and not going with the damn Reshiram, which is not a horrible matchup, but you're not taking neutral damage from Dragon Breath. It's still doing quite a bit as you're just Dragon and Fire and they're Dragon and Steel. They're letting it go. I did shield that up, and I expected them to bring back their Kyogre here because it's a good matchup. So we're going to just start throwing Meteor Mashes. Just doing damage or get a shield maybe or something like that. Getting to the next one here, and they're probably going to use their first shield, I would assume. All right. Now, they do have a lot of energy, so that's perfectly fine. We got rid of their Dialga, and we kind of want to get rid of this Kyogre up against our Reshiram. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we'll just go ahead and bring that in. They do have a Melmetal in the back, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Reshiram here. Now, this is going to be a little interesting because Rock Slide is super effective, and now they've got about 2. And yeah, this one's not going to KO, but it's going to do quite a bit. So we're just going to go ahead and shield it up. It'll bring us down to pretty much like a couple more quick moves, and then we're done for. So we shield that up, go for the Fusion Flare. They let it go, and I couldn't believe them doing that. I don't think they were expecting Fusion Flare or something. I don't really know what the hell they're expecting, but we take that win there. Next game, Zygarde up against another Mewtwo. Love to see it. Let's go. And we will be letting everything go. We typically do. We have played so many of these matchups that we know what we can get away with. I'm very confused, okay, as to why the hell people are going for Shadow Ball up against me. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm like, well, maybe they don't have Scythe Strike. Okay, well, there you go, Scythe Strike. All right, anyways, let's go ahead. And maybe they were trying to catch. Actually, let me think about that. Maybe they were trying to catch. Maybe they thought I was going to switch into Steel. Who knows? That could be it. All right. Anyways, we're not going to shield anything up. They use both shields? Oh, okay. Be my guest. We're going to go ahead and bring in Reshiram to farm them down with that Dragon Breath. Good old Dragon Breath. They're bringing in their Dialga. It's time for the Reshiram to have a little damn fun here. Let's go. Fusion Flare. Ooh-wee. It doesn't do as much as you would like, but it still does a good amount of damage. Swapping into the Metagross to start farming them up. And they do have a Groudon in the back. We're going to go ahead and go for that Meteor Mash here. And at this point, I could pretty much let all of this go and just use the Reshiram to take the win here. Farm down the Groudon and then farm down the Dialga with the Dragon Breath. We're going to be looking fine, or just get to a charge move, whatever the case is. So we're going to let both of those go. And we're farming them down. Still holding on to 2 shields. Wow, we're going to win with 2 shields. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, folks. We've got about one more battle here, and then I'm going to be sending you on your merry ways. Let's get it. Last game, another Mewtwo. Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. But hey, I'll take it because it's good for me. And they're swapping into their Hydreigon. Okay, interesting. Trying to catch a crunch. We're going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake. As a matter of fact, we're going to stay right here because we don't really need to worry about this. We have a Mewtwo and or Reshiram that can go up against it. No problem, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and take down that Hydreigon and see what they want to do here. Bringing in a Togekiss. Okay, sounds good. We're going to stay right here, actually. We're going to let them farm us down. I do believe that's the game plan. Perfect. So we'll bring in our Metagross. We're not locked anywhere. They're going to swap back into their Mewtwo. We bring in the Reshiram. We can let this go. Side Strike. It's not going to KO us. Oh my goodness. Focus freaking Blast. Holy cow. All right. Well, looks like they're about to Psycho Cut us down, so I think the tables have almost turned here a little bit. Please don't Psycho Cut me down. Oh my gosh. All right. So the game plan here is now to just shield everything up. Shadow Ball and Focus Blast. What the freaking hell is going on in my reality? All right. So we're going to, shield up both of these Shadow Balls. And Flamethrower, I don't think so. They back out. We take the win. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.
Your Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!